Okay, I think this is good. Hey, so hi. I think this is my second video. I've committed to post once a week, and I kind of wanted to do like a weekly update kind of thing, like just me talking like this. And honestly, I think I've sort of missed the point on like documenting my life. Like now my short form videos are I put a lot of pressure on them to get me clients from the documentation kind of style into a more like educational kind of style, which I kind of don't like. So yeah, I just thought about it this week and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like why am I trying to be this educational person? Because like I haven't been through a lot. Like I haven't learned enough, or I don't think, yeah, I just don't think I don't even know what I'm saying. And I did honestly like had an idea for this whole video, like just one purpose, talking about one single thing. And like I even like created a long ass script like this. And honestly, like I feel like what am I even doing? Why am I trying to educate? I should just keep things chill. If I don't earn money, I don't earn money. Like worst come to shove, is that even how I say it? Worst come to worst, let's just stick to the simple one. I can just go back to doing food delivery or just get a part-time job for the money. Because technically I don't have a lot of liabilities. Like I could very much live on like $300 a month. Because the original idea in terms of my YouTube videos it was supposed to be me sort of just breaking the things that I learned or the things that I do down into chunks of videos. But you know what, I think it's like I don't want to be this educational person. I just want to document whatever I do, whatever I learned, right? So I'm just gonna look at my calendar. Oh, I can't show you my calendar. I'm just gonna look at my calendar and just sort of tell you, and if I have any clips, I'll just b-roll it. And next week I'm gonna more actively film every parts of my life or parts of my day every day, so that I can sort of put it together at the end of the week for a video like this. So, and just for you guys to see my whole setup, yeah, this is my whole setup. And yeah, this is my whole setup. Don't mind the mess. It's not because of me, it's because of my sister, whom I room with, kind of. But I mean, I stay with my family, so this is the state that I have to live with. And yeah, but okay, maybe I should introduce myself again. So hi, my name is Jay. I'm just documenting my life. I'm a normal dude, normal Asian dude, 22 years old this year, living in Singapore. Right now, I'm practicing a lot on design, and I've been building websites for a few companies in the past year. I think fortunately I've completed 10 plus projects, which I'm quite grateful for. I want to start documenting my life more actively to build this personal brand, and also for me to look back at all these moments, right? For this week, right, I did a revamp on an ID's website. One of the reasons I joined design school is because I wanted to be an interior designer. Or actually, I didn't thought that far. I just wanted to learn more about interior design, because in my school, in my diploma, there was a specialization in architecture, but I ended up going with product because after a year of it, I was like, fuck that. And also because I came across business and I was like, I don't think I want to go into the interior design business, or that just doesn't feel like pulls me. Or maybe, I don't know, I mean, who knows whether next time is there something I'll do. But yeah, I did the revamp, and if I could, I would just show it here on what it was before and what is the change that I did. And yeah, I just want to practice a little bit, and I feel like the studio that I found, I just ChatGPT'd a list and I just picked the first one, which was this studio called Peter Tay Studio, and it's pretty old in a sense. Okay, I don't want to say old because that sounds mean, but the website doesn't seem to be in use, or like the website just doesn't look like it has been touched for quite a while. The homepage just have a carousel of images, doesn't have any text, so typically that's not very helpful for from a user experience standpoint, as well as an SEO or search engine optimization standpoint. Although this carousel thing is pretty outdated, but since they have this here, maybe that's something that they want, I don't know. So I just kept it there and see what I could do. I don't know whether I want to do more revamps for the next week or for this week. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then on Tuesday, I think a few days ago, I landed a client, a real estate client. Happy with that? I'm not too sure whether happy is the right way to say it. I don't know. It just feels like I'm not really moving forward in that sense. Okay, maybe I'm just being ungrateful for even having a client, because I feel kind of every day is kind of repetitive, or like the projects are kind of repetitive, and like, yeah, I just maybe this is the whole idea of business, right? Because I've watched quite a bit of Alex Hormozi stuff, and he kind of just say like, you're getting it right when things are starting to get bored or boring. Sorry, things are when things are just starting to get boring. I mean, for me, the milestone goal now is 10K a month. And it's either I'm gonna take projects at 1K, it's either I'm gonna take 10 projects at 1K, or I can go for a higher ticket and just get less client try. But it's like, I can't do either, you know? So it's like, and I've talked to so many people, or like so many people in the business space, and they all say like 10K a month is easy. And it kind of sucks that I'm still here. So yeah. Yeah, I landed that client, and we are starting the project tomorrow, which is a Monday. I really should tune back to just learning and just focusing on honing my craft, whether it's design or not. I just want to focus on honing my craft first before start building anything, or maybe build something in the process. I don't know. But I feel like I've got too over my head with trying to get clients for my socials. Yeah, I think I need to tune back a little bit and just be like, okay, whatever, just document my life. And if I don't get clients, or yeah, also I should find a mentor. I did thought a lot about it because I saw this video from Chris Do on it's quite an old video, I think, because he was talking about whether design school is worth it. And he did say that if you take that money from going to uni and put it into mentorships or shadowing, in the sense that if, let's say, okay, at least in Singapore, if you get into a local uni, it'll be maybe like 20K to 50K for the whole degree, right? Which I know is pretty cheap. And then if we can just take that money and just go to a thriving design agency, like for myself, right? If I can just go to a design agency, a local design agency, like they have a portfolio that I like, I can call them, or I mean, I would say call them now because I recently did some cold calling. Wait, let me check if I ran out of storage. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, so I could just call up the owners or the founders of this design agency and just ask them if I could pay them like $2,000 for me to shadow them, or just follow them around for like the next 2 to 4 weeks. Wow, I went off a huge tangent, but yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, that's why I'm not too sure about uni, and that's something that I'm planning to do. Other than that, I technically have 2 projects. The one which was the one that I just talked about, the one that I just closed. And then there's the other one where I have about a trade with this other person that reached out, which I'm pretty chill with. Like, he's a really nice guy, extremely nice guy, which is a bit weird. Yeah, we are doing about a trade where he helps me with cold email marketing, and I help him build a portfolio landing page. The website's mostly done, and I think the campaign will start tomorrow, like the Monday, which is tomorrow. I mean, I'm filming it on a Sunday today. And then I had a call with this creator that I watched a lot. Let me see if I can find him. Honestly, I think his designs are pretty cool. His designs are pretty nice. Yeah, and I applied, and then I hopped on a call with him. And the first call we had was a really long call because he asked a lot of questions, and I just answered, right, as honest as I can. And then at the end of it, then he dropped the price, which was my entire savings, or like more than my entire savings. And I was like, fuck. It's like, how am I gonna do this? I mean, the thing is, I understand, right? Because if you really want it, we could just split it up into payment plans, you know. But it took the amount, the price, for me to realize that actually I just don't trust him with 120% of my money. And I did let him know. I very kindly, and I really tried my best to let him know that, well, it was one of the toughest conversations I had in my life, because the worst thing is I was the one that reached out to him, right? And then after that, I told him that this is not something I believe in, you know. That's pretty much what I'm saying, kind of. Wait, let me take a sip of water. Okay, I don't typically talk so much. Yeah, oh my god, I'm actually tired, what the fuck? A bit of TMI, like, I'm pretty sure you can see lah, but my face has been acting up for the past year or so. Like, it didn't got any worse, but it doesn't get any better than this. So I decided to schedule a consultation with a clinic. I mean, it's thanks to my girlfriend lah. My girlfriend was like, just go for it, I will pay for it. So that's her way of telling me that I should just pay for it and go for it. Went for the consultation. The consultation was like 5 minutes. And asked me some stuff and I was like, oh, okay. After that, she proposed quite a few things that she could do, right? There's gonna be oral medication and cream, and then there's also treatment, which is I have to go there and they sort of do the facial on my face or do the laser or whatever. This is my first time saying this term and hearing these terms from the doctor. Then I was like, how much is it? Then she was like, the one treatment is like $300 or $400. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I just graduated. I'm about to go to NS. I ain't got that money. Okay, I have that money, but it's like I rather put that money into finding design agencies and paying them to teach me, you get what I mean, than to fucking pay for my face like that. I asked her like, I have a bit of a budget. Then she asked me how much for my budget, and I told her $300 or $400, which was not what I want, which was not what I intended, okay? Like, I went in thinking that I only have to pay for the consultation, which was $50 plus $60. And then she started laying that down on me, and then I was like, okay, my budget is now $300 or $400. Okay, actually that's quite a good sales thing, huh? Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should figure out and re-engineer this, reverse engineer this. And even though I said that, she was like, oh, okay, then I guess you can only go with the oral medication lah, because the treatment is one of it is already more than your budget. If you have a bigger budget like 2K, I was like, okay, bro. Okay, I mean she was a lady, but it's like, okay, dude. Hey, okay, I guess I can only take the oral medication, right? And then if I still need the treatment, I can just go back anytime, right? If the medication doesn't work, the medication and the cream, if it doesn't work, I don't know if I'll go back because I have NS and the treatment will take like 5 or 6 months to see some recovery. Yeah, hopefully that goes well. Yeah, and I also did one more revamp of the Grab's website. So yeah, I mean, you can check it on my Instagram, right? And that's the last revamp I did for this week. And then I just scripted a lot, filmed a lot, honestly. I guess for this week, it's just gonna be me talking like this because I didn't film, like this was not supposed to go like this. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did this week. And for next week, I'm gonna hit up some of the local design agencies and ask them if I could pay them for me to follow them and just ask them questions for like 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Yeah, depending on how much they're willing to take and how much I can afford. So, and in the meantime, I guess I'm thinking of creating templates. Yeah, website templates. And then there's this other. Maybe I can just show you. Yeah, I think I should do more showing, not so much telling. I did talk about this website already, being one of the most interactive websites I've built, but it's still pretty incomplete because I've pretty much only published the homepage. I'm in the process of doing the pricing page and the use cases page, and I feel like once I got that out, I'll just send it for approval to Famous Marketplace, and hopefully I can get it through. Honestly, I don't really think this kind of template really works because it's really hard to edit, and usually templates are for people that don't really use Framer or just not very familiar, right? But I think I'm just gonna try out and just send it for approval. I'll definitely look into it and improve it over time, even though it's still in the marketplace, because I still have a lot of other pages that I feel like would be suitable for this fake company. And yeah, and definitely the other project that I have, like I just landed that client, right? So I'm starting next week and I'm gonna be working on that. So, oh, I forgot to say that actually I did had another job offer in that sense from a person that reached out to me quite a while ago, and we did had a conversation and chatted for at multiple occasions lah. Not that many lah, but a few times. She asked for a call for an offer, I think like a few days ago, and then basically asking if I'm interested in trying to help them out. I thought a lot about it, and at the end of it, I just said, maybe not now. She's really nice, and I've come to a point where I feel like I have to be really honest and really straightforward, but still be kind about it. Well, one thing is that it's gonna be mostly remote, right? And I feel like that's not the type of learning I want to have yet. I feel like I'm a bit too demanding, but I'm flexible to working something out. And I feel like even though I ask doesn't mean I'm fixed on it, but I feel like I should get more in the habit of asking. Oh, I didn't let her know the reason. I just let her know like, okay, this is not something I want to do and I want to focus on what I'm doing right now. I think I've been going at this for quite a while, and my throat is a bit dry. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude this, I guess. And yeah, hopefully next week goes well, and I'll definitely try to film more landscape videos for next week. So yeah, see you guys next week.